The Russian Civil War was a cold and harsh war for both sides, the Reds and the Whites. The Reds were led by Lenin and his best political advisors, Stalin and Trotsky. But the Germans joined in the Russian Civil War to help the Whites in exchange for the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. And the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk was pretty harsh. The Russians have no economy, no stability, and they lost quite a few territories. But we're playing as Georgia today, since Stalin fled back to his home country, Georgia, and we're going to try and reunify the Soviet Union. Well, this is going to be a fun experience. Let's see how we go. This is the first time we're seeing Stalin, or Jughashvili is his real name. And our current leader resigns, and we've now got a new leader, but not the leader we want. And food prices are skyrocketing, but we can't really do anything about it right now. And we're going to keep the treaty with the Germans. Now, should we import food? No, that's too risky. And with my bad decisions, the SKP has risen up. And guess who it's led by? That's right, Jughashvili, or Stalin. He will lead us to greatness. Now, in order to reform the Soviet Union, we're going to have some reforms around here, because we've got a small industry and small army. For now. Now, what to do with the Mensheviks? Well, we don't know right, do we? And some people aren't happy with Jughashvili. Even more people aren't happy with Jughashvili. But we've got a new batch of divisions that'll scare them away. And that's what happens when you don't like Jughashvili. Now that we've got a decent sized army, we're going to attack Azerbaijan. Now, the best man to lead the military is Jughashvili himself, because he's Jughashvili. And the Azerbaijan government's prepared for this, and they're pretty fortified. They've got around the same amount of divisions. This war will be quite difficult, actually. Uh-oh. As things couldn't get any worse, we now have to fight a two-front war. Okay, now that war's over, our next target is Armenia. However, we are not prepared. We've only got 14 divisions, and we also have to fight Ottomans, since Armenia is a puppet of them. So we're just gonna have to wait and build up our industry and army. And the Armenians are no longer a puppet of the Ottomans, so now it's Jughashvili's time to shine. Okay, this will probably last a few days. Yep, just as I expected, we absolutely obliterated the Armenians. So, we've got major countries surrounding us, so we're going to have to build up our industry and army to expand. Uh-oh, the Russians are making their first moves against us. Now, I was prepared for this war, but the only trouble that we're going to face here is the one tile border we share with them, so that means low supply. Not to mention, they're the Russians. They've got an infinite size military. And for some strange reason, the Ukrainians annexed Kuban. But I was also justifying a war goal against the Mountain Republic, so I don't have to do a naval invasion. Because we literally don't have a navy. We've just got like 2 boats. Now, there's been a stalemate. We have had our fair share of casualties, and so have the Russians. We have held our defensive position, and they keep attacking us. Now, we have weakened the army. We're gonna prepare the push to Moscow.
Летом на рассвете заглянул в соседний сад. Там смуглянка, молдаванка собирает виноград. Я бледнею, я краснею, захотелось вдруг сказать: станем над рекою, зоркие летние встречать. Раскудрявый, клен зеленый лист лесной, я влюбленный и смущенный пред тобой. Клен зеленый, да клен кудрявый, да раскудрявый лесной. Раскудрявый, да клен зеленый лесной, да влюбленный, да и смущенный пред тобой. Клен зеленый, да клен кудрявый, да раскудрявый лесной. А смуглянка, молдаванка отвечала парню Влад: партизанский, молдаванский собирается отряд. Нынче рано партизаны, но покинули родной. Ждет тебя дорога, партизан в лес густой.
And we did most of the work. Even though the Russians were fighting a three-front war, the Ukrainians, us, and Transima. Okay, Russia is not complete without Siberia, so we're just gonna quickly take care of Transima since the army is weak.
Смуглянка, молдаванка по тропинке в лес ушла. В том обиду я увидел, что с собой не позвала. О смуглянке, молдаванке часто думал о чем. Вдруг свою смуглянку я в отряде повстречал. Раскудрявый, клен зеленый лист лесной. Здравствуй, парень, мой хороший, мой родной. Клен зеленый, да клен кудрявый, да раскудрявый лесной. Раскудрявый, да клен зеленый лист лесной. Здравствуй, парень, да мой хороший, мой родной. Клен зеленый, да клен кудрявый, да раскудрявый лесной.
And with the fall of Vladivostok and a few other cities, the Siberian War between the Far East Republic of Transima and the Socialist State of Georgia comes to an end.
Товарищ красноармейцы, краснофлотцы, командиры контрработников, партизаны и партизаны, на вас смотрят свет, как на силу способности уничтожить разбойничьи орды немецких захватчиков. На вас смотрят все народы Европы, временно подпавшие под иго немецкой тирании, как на своих отводителей. Великая освободительная миссия выполнена успешно. Вот где Jughashvili. Вы идете войну освободительно, справедливо. Вот такой войны. Национальный класс вырастил образ нашей политики. Александра Невского, Дмитрия Донского. Конституируем. Дмитрия Прожавского, Александра Силова, Михаила Придухова. Пусть осенит ваше непобедимое знамя.
Jughashvili, or some people call him by Stalin, has defeated the Reichspakt and the Austrians, not to mention the Russians. Well, we started in the small country of Georgia, having basically no army, no industry, and we had to deal with political stuff. Now, we can enjoy Jughashvili's reign.